Yes. Bray Wyatt, you've been deleted. Guys, what is going on? This is the Club of the Man 1993 coming at you for my live review of Monday Night Raw from the March 19th, 2018 edition of Monday Night Raw that took place in Dallas, Texas, and also at the Hardy compound in that main event we got with the Ultimate Deletion match. We're going to take a look back, of course, at everything that happened on tonight's show as we are now well under 3 weeks away from WrestleMania 34, which takes place on April 8th, 2018 at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, brother, in New Orleans, Louisiana. So tonight's episode of Raw, we'll get into it. Definitely some mixed emotions, mixed feelings about it. I mean, it was still, for the most part, I thought, a decent to solid episode. But there were definitely some things that had me head scratching, like, why? Why happened that way? Or mostly a lot of remarks that some of the commentators said, and also a few other weird things that happened. We had the Ultimate Deletion match also, which I'll say before I start already. I mean, I feel like I would have, for what it was, I thought it was entertaining. But I know a lot of people are saying it could have been, better than it was. But coming from me, someone who has never seen Matt Hardy's material in TNA much at all, I definitely can't understand. I mean, I've never seen it, so I definitely understand why people think we can see more. But from what I saw, I mean, I thought it was entertaining. It was definitely a lot better than that House of Horrors match at Payback. But I do agree. I feel like there could have been something a little bit more to it, other than just two guys, for the most part, just walking around a dark, shady area, beating each other up pretty much, like just in a normal fight, like a Falls Count Anywhere match. I was hoping they had some, weirdness in there here and there. I feel like there could have been a little bit more to it, though. But we'll definitely talk about when we get there. Live chat. Let's see what is going on. Let's see here. We have Hassan the Mighty saying, seriously, fuck this deletion match. Ooh, he did not like it. This episode was too promo heavy, and if it were 2 hours, it would be much worse. Kind of agree. It was a lot. At least Brother Nero appeared, and Hassan said he gave Raw a C. And we got Lauren in live chat. Hey, Lauren, how are you as well? Glad you guys are both in there. And then Hassan said, which was worse, this Ultimate Deletion or House of Horrors? Probably House of Horrors, because the continuity of that was way off. Saying hi again. Yeah, they're on time. She only saw the Brock and Roman segment and the Cena promo and some of the Nia and Alexa segment. Okay, that's completely fine. We'll definitely talk about those as well. And then she missed the rest of the episode. That's okay. We'll definitely just talk about this, and I'll get your thoughts and opinions on everything going on as well. So, hope you guys had a good weekend. Hope you guys had a great St. Patrick's Day. I was working on St. Patrick's Day, but there wasn't really much of a, much of traffic, surprisingly, because the area that I was working at, there's a lot of hangouts and bars out there. But surprisingly, no traffic going transferring around the city since, the bride and groom were taking a lot of photos around the city. But it was fun. But let's get into this episode of Raw and talk about it. Let me see here. My day also was pretty good. I'm very excited. I also signed up for a co-ed softball league. Robbie said, "Is Ultimate Deletion worth watching?" Not sure, Robbie. I mean, again, I thought it was entertaining, but definitely could have expected more. I'd say, maybe give it a try. Lauren says can't with Matt and Bray anymore. This definitely needs to be the end of their feud. Hi, Phoebe. Lauren's thick. I don't know what you're talking about there, Hassan. I'm way confused there. Anyways, let's get right to this review, though, and keep this stuff in the live chat coming as always. So first, we had Kurt Angle making his way out to open up the show, which also another little issue I'm having with Raw right now is, ever since they changed up the graphics, changed up the music again, which I still, I was fine with the old stuff. Like, why would they have to change it again? There is no intro video anymore for Raw. Like, why did we get rid of that? I don't know, but I liked it. Well, there was one for NXT. I can't remember if there was one for SmackDown. But yeah, there's no intro video anymore. I don't know why they took that away. Anyways, so Kurt comes in, And he welcomes us to the show, and he says he has to start with some bad news. And I'm thinking, okay, he's going to tell us once again that Brock Lesnar did not show up. But first he says Roman Reigns is still suspended, which people start cheering, and he will not be here tonight. And Brock Lesnar is running a little late, but Vince assures us that Brock will be here. He then wants to talk about the tag team picture with Braun Strowman and how he won alone last week. So, and well, I saw it in like a little interview on YouTube before they revealed before it wasn't quite revealed at this time of what was going on, and so I kind of already knew that he told Braun Strowman that you can be in this match, but you do have to find a partner, but he didn't quite get to that in this promo. All of a sudden, here came Roman Reigns walking through the crowd with his in-ring gear on, but I also noticed he had no gloves on. So I'm like, ooh, what if this could be like one of those blood brawls with just brawling with the bare hands and whatnot? Like I'm already like see this with what goes down here. So Roman came in, walking from the crowd, and Kurt says he's trespassing, and since you're suspended, Roman's like, well, I don't care. And then he says Brock wasn't here last week or the week before, and somebody has to be here to represent the main event, WrestleMania. And Angle tells him that Lesnar's on his way, and Reigns asks where he is then. And Kurt told him that he was told Brock is running late, and Roman laughs about the idea because honestly, no offense, it's true, I was kind of expecting the fact that Brock wouldn't show up once again tonight. And Angle says if he wants to talk about it, he has to do so on his own time outside the arena. And Roman asks why he's suspended for telling the truth, which, again, it's true. Brock, why does Brock not get to show up? It's just funny. It's like, all these promos that they've been cutting here and there, not just with Roman, but like even that one promo with Alexa, just cracks me up how, nobody is explaining why Brock gets these special privileges because he's a part-timer and whatnot, which, again, just cracks me up. And once again, makes me feel like, well, I can understand, why I would rather want to see Roman win this match, not just because it'd be on a full-timer, but because, he's right. It's like, why is he get special privileges? What has he really done besides, been success outside WWE, So anyways, so Kurt tells him that he understands that he's upset and he gets it, but he wants to get his hands on Lesnar, but he has to tell him this. You'll have him in 3 weeks at WrestleMania. You're going to have to wait. Instead, he's crawling out of his skin, come here to kick Brock's ass, but he needs to be patient, believe he's going to have Lesnar in the palm of his hands at WrestleMania 34. Roman says he doesn't understand, but he still doesn't care. This is Dallas, and he's made a whole bunch of memories here, and he's not leaving the ring, so he makes one more tonight. So he tells Kurt to go backstage to talk to whoever he has to because he's not leaving until Brock comes at all. So Kurt gets out, and Reigns grabs a chair and sits in the ring, and then 3 U.S. Marshals come down, and they get into the ring to escort Roman out. And first, of course, I tell him he has the right to remain silent. And of course, they handcuff him. He's cooperating. So I'm thinking, oh, Roman's just going to punch the heck out of these guys to be like, I don't care. I don't care what you guys think. I'm not leaving until Brock comes out here. But of course, they tell him to remain silent. So he got handcuffed. And he's making his way out of the ring, but he kept telling the Marshals not to touch him. But they kept touching him, and Roman starts elbowing them and beating them down, even though he's handcuffed. Finally, after he beats them down, Brock's music hits, and Reigns standing in the middle of the ring looks down like, what? Oh, crap, I'm handcuffed. So he goes to grab the chair and tries to fight off Brock, who actually does show up with Paul Heyman. They get into the ring, and Brock just I'm expecting Brock to just really tear Roman apart, like literally like rip his shirt off, or just like a brawl worthy like how it was between Cena and Brock in their match for Extreme Rules in 2012, get some blood in there, or acidic liquid, as they had to call last year. Like, come on, just a little bit. With all the stuff Roman Reigns has been saying to Brock, it needs to be like Brock should be tearing him apart, or literally doing a Braun Strowman level like beatdown or something like that, in my opinion. But instead, he just hits Roman with a couple suplexes, and then he hits a couple chair shots on him. So he walks away, stares him down as referees are in there tending to Roman, who, again, he's helpless because he's handcuffed. And then Brock takes his shove, gets in there again, and does the same thing, beats him out of the chair a few times, and then I think, I can't remember if it came one more time, but he hit him within that 5 eventually. So I'm like, all right. So, you're just going to just just hit him with a few chair shots to the back, and then just F5 him. It's like, all right. So Brock leaves, and here's the part that kind of bothered me though. They brought out a stretcher. Now, I'm thinking to myself, okay, if last week we had Shane McMahon get beat down with a chair around his neck, thrown into a post, and we had him also power bombed off of like some set of some desk or set of crates in the back on SmackDown, and I thought that was a brutal beatdown. That was stretcher worthy. Roman taking chair shots to the back and a couple suplexes is going to put him on a stretcher? I thought it was necessary. I'm like, Roman's not going to, like, that kind of made Roman look a little bit weak in my opinion. Like, having him be put, like, what was hurt? Did, like, Brock, like, damage his spinal cord or something, hit him with those chairs? And then when Roman gets on the stretcher and they're about to take him out, Brock comes back out again and he just pushes the stretcher over just to knock Roman over. And then, of course, I think he yells suplex city bitch or something like that at him again. I can't remember. And he walks out. And then afterwards, let me pull up my Twitter for a second. I want to share what I posted, because the announcer said something like, that was one of the most brutal assaults we have seen on Monday Night Raw in how long, or something along those lines. And I'm like, really? Roman Reigns taking a couple chair shots to his back, a couple suplexes, which he laughed them off how many times at WrestleMania 31, and one F5. If it was like a chair shot to the throat, or even like a steel step shot, or even again, bare hand brawling, busting him wide open, okay. But I posted this on Twitter. Let me see. What do you guys think of this? Literally, I quoted him saying something like, "We haven't seen such a brutal assault in a long time on Raw." Hello, remember Braun Strowman? Braun Strowman freaking tipped over a semi, and not just that. Last year, 2 weeks after WrestleMania, Braun Strowman beat the crap out of Roman. It was that bad. He was throwing him in the walls and in the other objects and whatnot. That yes. He was definitely beaten down really bad to be put up on a stretcher. And even after that, he was still beating him down on the stretcher. He threw him off the stage on the stretcher. Hey, for crying out loud, Kane threw Zack Ryder in a wheelchair off the stage, and it kind of tipped over, and Ryder tumbled out of that when he was already injured from a previous beatdown from Kane before. That was even more brutal than this, in my opinion. Oh yeah, and also, in fact, also forgot to mention, Braun Strowman also tipped over a freaking ambulance. And that is not a brutal assault, but a couple chair shots to the back, suplexes that Roman Reigns was laughing off at WrestleMania 31, and one F5 is going to put Roman on a stretcher? I mean, the promo with Roman saying he doesn't care and whatnot, I was cool with that. But over-exaggerating that beatdown, I'm like, Roman could survive something like that. He doesn't need to be put on a stretcher for that. It was just a nitpick. Again, this opening segment was pretty good. I was fine with it, but I thought that them just emphasizing was just that was a little too much to emphasize. Like really, Brock could have done so much more. I felt, to make it look like that much of a brutal assault. This is a man that Roman Reigns shot at for personally shot at pretty much on the microphone, and if I was Brock Lesnar and knowing a guy he could easily kill somebody, I'd be going there literally trying to kill Roman. Then just line up with some chair shots to the back and whatnot. Let me see what the live chat thinks of this. Let's go here. Let's see here. I gotta go way up here. Okay, all that. Robbie said my St. Patty's Day was good because I went to live wrestling. He met Emma. Yeah, it's right. I saw it on Twitter. That was pretty awesome. Jordan Devlin. Oh, was he the guy in the UK United Kingdom tournament? And Flip Gordon. Not sure who he is. Annoying how WWE is lacking intros of yes. Braun and Elias at Mania as tag champs, possibly. Anybody went to Madison Square Garden? Not me. Elias turning on Mania as Braun's partner, and they win the tag titles. That is quite possible. Braun will lose without getting pinned. That better not happen. Is what now? So I'm not impressed with the bookings. Yeah, I don't blame you. Yes, Fire Road Dog. Who do you think will be Braun's partner? I'm going to say either Samoa Joe or Elias. Or I was thinking, even though he probably will get repackaged after what happened in the Ultimate Deletion match, but what about Bray Wyatt? Bray Wyatt repackaged, maybe, or something like that. I don't know. But probably one of those three, or they could throw a curveball with something else. Everybody's assuming Elias. Yes, hashtag Fire Road, hashtag please sign Robbie. Why does Raw reviews get more chat than SmackDown Live reviews? Probably because it's obvious Raw is still, killing, and SmackDown Live. Well, again, last week's SmackDown was better, but not want people watching SmackDown anymore. You're going to read me my Miranda rights. Robbie, were you entertained by Ultimate Deletion? I don't know. Maybe it's 3 hours long, Lauren. I agree. I don't like Roman or Lesnar, but I'm rooting for Reigns, sadly. Again, I'm just again, like I understand, again, Roman's thrown in another situation, as I said in my Roman Reigns video a couple weeks ago, about the fact that Roman's, he's gotten better. I give the credit. He's gotten better, and I am entertained by Roman. But I understand, he does get thrown into these situations like this, where it's like the way he was booked at the Elimination Chamber, and how Braun dominated that match, and Roman just sneaks it right in there against our main event match. It was weird, but my thing is yes, it's 4 years in a row, but he's improved, and I just don't want to let it define my whole experience. You know what I mean? But that's why again, I still respect that he's a good talent, but you're giving him these opportunities, and it's getting him there in strange ways. But I'll give it credit that at least they're doing some. At least me, in my opinion, thinking, okay, I would much rather in this situation see Rowan win than Brock. So my thing is, whatever. I mean, just glad it's better built, but to see how the match goes down at Mania. What do you mean, his son? Raw getting more live chance. What do you think of Shane's indefinite leave of absence? Definitely intriguing. Definitely, it's gonna leave me wanting to know what's gonna happen for Mania, as it's definitely not gonna be just Owens versus Zayn. I keep hearing rumors about Owens and Zayn and Shane, a triple threat. I don't think I want to see a triple threat, or I see here a 2-on-1 handicap match with Bryan, a special guest referee. But I heard a rumor today, you didn't get to read the whole story, that apparently Daniel Bryan turned down the match because I guess he was going to be booked, like he wasn't going to be taking any bumps or whatsoever, and because of that, he said that he doesn't want to do it. So I'm not sure what's going to happen, but definitely Daniel Bryan needs to be involved in this feud some way, whether it's a special guest referee or even a tag team partner for Shane as well. We'll see what happens when we get there. But what more than SmackDown Live is my question. Remember, Mike, we can't call it bad blood. It's bad acidic liquid. Screw that. Have you ever attended a live WWE event? I mean, I've attended plenty of them, yes. My answer was Raw, probably being 3 hours long. Lawrence said about Shane, can care less. WWE won't last until 2020. That's what her prediction is. We'll see what happens. When do you think Asuka's streak will be defeated? WrestleMania 35. I think is when her streak should be defeated. Where was Finn and Seth tonight? Finn was in a 6-man tag match with the Balor Club against the Miz Taraj, and Seth was on commentary. He was on Raw August 31st, 2015, and SmackDown Live November 1st, 2013, taped October 29th. And Kane returned. Yes, it was random, but it's probably just just a way to help set up for Cena and Taker, I feel, for next week as well, based on the promo we got tonight. We'll talk about it soon. It's awesome. One of the most brutal assaults we've seen, and more brutal ones. Yeah, the Braun stuff definitely was. It's Roman. This is my yard. I went to Raw on August 29, 2015, WrestleMania 33, WrestleMania 33 Access on March 17, and SmackDown Live on April 4th, 2017. Awesome. Trying to think. The last WWE event I was at was trying to remember. Oh yeah, Monday Night Raw last year on July 31st was the last one I went to. Of course, SmackDown's going to be here next week, but I'm not going. I'm going to go into Fozzy the following week. But I might go to Extreme Rules in July, because that's going to be coming here. So I'm more thinking about going there. And of course, also, if you saw my video, because WrestleMania is going to be in New York next year. My friends and I are strongly consider going, which I cannot wait. And yes, I totally agree, Lauren. Braun's beatdown on Roman was way more brutal than Brock's, definitely. Remember, Mike, they got to make a Roman look really, really strong. No offense, but him him being taken out on a stretcher and the beatdown we got tonight didn't make him look strong. Brock has too good W, so it's so annoying he can't get away with anything, and it makes me so fucking mad. Yes, it makes me mad too. I gotta admit, Roman is getting better on the mic, especially when he's pissed and angry. Yes, definitely. Have you seen Smash Bros on Switch? I have not, but I actually just played Mario Kart on Switch. Who felt bad for Mickie James for getting ran over and then thrown to the LED screen by Nia Jax? Still don't understand why they turned her heel. It was just quiet. There's no explanation at all. Robbie said, "Not me." That's why that's what she gets for being booked as a heel again. You excited to go to WrestleMania 35 next year? Oh, definitely. I'm definitely excited to go because I haven't been to WrestleMania yet. And Hassan asks, why aren't you going to SmackDown Live? Well, first off, no one else really want to go. And with how bad SmackDown was being booked for the past several weeks, I just don't know if it would be worth my money, especially after 2016 when I went to Roadblock into the line. I felt like I wasted my money on that. So if someone else wanted to go with me, then I'd say sure. I'm not saying I don't want to. I'm scared to go alone, but I would rather go to an event like that with somebody else. But plus too, I'm going to Fozzy the following week anyways, so that's why I'm not going to go to SmackDown next week. And plus, also probably tickets are a lot more expensive unless they're being desperate to sell tickets. Lauren said you should go to WrestleMania 35 and SmackDown Live next week. I'm probably not going to go to SmackDown, but yes, I'm financially I can afford WrestleMania 35. Again, like SmackDown, again, I just don't trust that it's always going to be a good show. I just don't want to waste my money on it because I don't want to give Road Dogg. I'm protesting against Road Dogg. I don't want to give my money. I would much rather watch it from home. But yeah, so that's why I will probably go to WrestleMania 35. I already put in to be off for that year because I already got booked for a gig next year. So yeah, but thank you. Hey Mike, as much as I love her, I can't help but think that Zelina Vega as well. Short. Oh. Hassan said SmackDown, this is your life gender. No. The one with Bailey didn't work. Don't even do it. This is your life gender. Rob says, hey, Mike, as much as I love her, I can't about Zelina Vega being, well, short. Oh, man. Mickie needs to turn face again. Yeah, if Mickie was Psycho Mickie, then I'd take her as a heel. But yeah, I don't know. Her just being as a heel with no direction, I don't understand. I don't understand her why she's a heel right now. Jinder better not win the U.S. title this year's Mania. She better not even be on that in that match at all. But he's going to. I already ranted about that last week. Alexa's hotter than Zelina because she's a goddess. It's a tough decision there. Do you think it'll be Kane versus Cena or Kane versus Taker Mania? Well, we're getting Kane and Cena next week on Raw, so it'll be Kane and Taker. Seeing Fizzy, seeing Foxy. Yes, I'm seeing Fozzy next. Not next Tuesday, the following Tuesday. It's going to be at some theater like right up the street from me. By the way, I was kind of bummed I had to work on Saturday because there's this IWC wrestling event that was like about somewhere like an hour south of me that my friend and I usually go to. We were supposed to go to one last month, but the weather was too bad, so we didn't want to risk driving across town to get there. But apparently Gilbert and James Ellsworth were there. I could have seen the Shitless Wonder live. Well, but I had a good time working on Saturday. Yeah. Anyway, so let's continue on with the review. Guys, keep the stuff in the live chat going as always. But anyways, we see Roman getting wheeled out into the ambulance. And then we have Alexa Bliss and Mickie James make her way out to the ring. And she said she gets it last week. She said some things about Nia Jax. So it was very hurtful. And first she's trying to convince us that she truly was sorry, which is complete bull. But then she pretty much says, I'm sorry that I didn't say it ahead of time. And she's like, be real. She's like, the word sorry doesn't fit in her vocabulary, and she didn't lose 1 ounce of sleep nor feel 1 ounce of remorse. Nia was humiliating in front of the entire world, and Alexa loved every second of it. I'm like, you are so asking for it right now for her just to kill you. She never not liked Nia. She just used her, and she said it felt good to just get rid of her pretty much. So blah blah blah, all that. Just trashing on Nia, of course, and then we have Asuka making her way out. Now, here's the thing. I'm not saying I wasn't excited for this match, but the thing that kept bothering me about the build up for this match tonight was the announcers kept acting like this was the first time it ever happened, and I'm like, no, that's not the case, guys. It's happened once before. Remember at the Royal Rumble? Well, right before the Royal Rumble, it happened. I'm not stupid. Didn't forget that. But then they had the match. Match is all right. The first one was definitely better that they had. But then the way it ended made me feel like, okay, with Asuka going to SmackDown, the challenge for the SmackDown Women's title, this match didn't really need to happen, I felt. How it ended with, Alexa, up in the ankle lock, and then Mickey helped pull her out, and then Mickey just gave her the title, and they started walking away. So I'm like, okay, that was kind of pointless for an Asuka match. It wasn't terrible, but definitely we saw them do a lot better 2 months ago or whatnot. But afterwards, of course, Nia's music hits, and I'm going to consider this the official Nia Jax face turn. And she charged out, and I'm like, oh, crap, you're dead, Alexa. You are so dead. So, Alexa sacrifices Mickey, and then Alexa tries to slip him away over the barricade, but then Nia grabs her from the hair, and then Mickey James attacks her from behind, and throws Mickey into her head, like face first, into the LED board, as we mentioned before, which again looked pretty sick, but yeah, that. And then Alexa's out in the crowd, she thinks she's safe, and then Nia gets into the crowd and runs after Alexa. And then they go to the back, and that's it. It's like, okay, did Alexa escape, or did they just, give up once they got to the back? Like, that was a little bit strange as well. But again, at this point, I'm like, I'm intrigued to, this build. I want to see how, Nia's going to get that title opportunity. But then we had this backstage segment, and I thought, like, really? This again goes back to my rant about how do people in the WWE anymore get title opportunities? And this I did not understand. So Kurt Angle is on the phone, and Alexa comes up and starts complaining about how, about what Nia just tried doing to her. She should be suspended or arrested. And Angle's like, I've had enough with arrests for tonight. And Alexa isn't going to tell him what to do. He heard what she said last week, and so did millions of young women all around the world. Alexa's not a role model. So to punish her, she's going to give Nia Jax, keep in mind, who had a title opportunity to be in a title match at Elimination Chamber, lost, and then faced Asuka 2 more times after that and lost both times. But because Alexa Bliss said some rude things about her, and Alexa's being punished by having facing Nia for the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania. Like, I was fine. Last week I was intrigued by, the storyline they were telling there. It made me want to see Nia Jax literally just kill Alexa Bliss. I mean, I like Alexa Bliss. I mean, I do feel that her title reign has, run its core, and I feel like it's time to give it to somebody else and have Alexa move on to something else. But I'm like, okay, we're going to, Nia's going to have to earn her way to get that title shot. She's going to get it because Alexa said mean things about not being a role model. I'm like, really? Like, that's it? Like, you're not gonna have like a number one contenders tournament or something like that, and Nia come out on top? Because the freaking woman just lost like how many weeks in a row, and she had an opportunity to get to WrestleMania, and she lost. Like, if she was gonna get into WrestleMania for the contender for the championship, you could have had something a little bit better in store for like a number of contenders match, even like a gauntlet match or a scramble or elimination match or something like that. A gauntlet match, something. But you're handing her a title opportunity just because, Nia Jax was bullied. That's it. I was bullied half the time when I was a kid. I never got an award. I never got an award for, trying to get my redemption on it. I was a little like, What? Again, I just like scratch my head. Like, what was that all about? Um, let's see here. Let's go back up here. Um, let's go back up here. Just catch up where I was at. Um, let's see. You think Taker will be at yeah, we are getting Cena and Kane next week on Raw. It was advertised. You think Taker will be at Raw next week? I think it is possible. Are you being Jericho at all? Not sure. If I would mean Jericho at all, but I'll probably take my list with me. Did you meet any WWE superstars at all? I've met Daniel Bryan in 2016, AJ Styles in 2017, and Kurt Angle 2 months ago. What do you think of Nia versus Alexa? I mean, again, like, I was interested in, the build, but again, just how there was she was randomly given, a title opportunity just because she was bullied. That didn't quite sell good with me. Do you watch off the script? I do not. Do you think the men's or women's battle royal will be better? That's tough. I'd say maybe the women because it's going to be a little fresh. Thank goodness they changed that name, by the way. Rob says, hey, Mike, don't you think Braun would want a partner for Mania and would rather go for the titles alone? I mean, I think it is possible. Yeah, he would. I definitely think he would rather have that because all he needs is these hands. I have to say it. Did you hear about the 70-man battle royal coming up? 70? I thought it was 50. What? The greatest Royal Rumble? Like, I don't understand what the point of that is. Or in fact, they're doing a special event like out of the city. Do you have the WWE Network? Of course, yes, I do. Asuka wouldn't be on Raw if she's rivals with Charlotte. Exactly. Alexa is a cowardly heel. Not a complete. I wouldn't say Alexa is a complete coward. I mean, definitely she has her weaknesses. That's why I'm saying, she's not a complete coward, but she definitely, gets her weaknesses exposed. So I don't think she is that much of a cowardly heel, in my opinion. Nia is a face officially, finally, yes. If you're talking to me, Lauren, then I share my friend's account to use the network. Help review. Please don't ruin Nia's turn as a face. We need top faces for women on both SmackDown Live and Raw. Yeah, we definitely need new faces. We need some more baby face in the women's division because everybody else is heels right now. Let me see here. Tian Coupon, what's up, buddies? Mike, how are you? I'm pretty good. About yourself, man? What do you think of Mark Henry Hall of Fame induction? I love it. About time. Yes, definitely. Me too. I'm making a jokes wondering if Mark Henry's going to, wear his pink suit. Or my friend suggested, like, what if he wears his pink suit to his Hall of Fame speech and does a double cross there like he did in 2013 on John Cena? He could do something like that. Everyone's saying hi. Hi, Tia Coupon. What's up? Mike enjoyed your Legends Never Die video. Thank you, man. Again, that was to test out my GoPro camera, which I have right here, which I used at my gig on Saturday. It worked out pretty good. And I hope to, again, continue to make do some other special little videos like that as well. Not always music videos, but just something special like that. But thank you for the shout out for that. He just got home from work. Yikes, late night. That video was awesome. Yeah, thank you very much. How was it? So I had Mark Henry way overdue. Hassan's going to bed. Good night, buddy. The Alexa knife has been brewing for months. Yeah, it definitely has. Definitely been brewing. It's been building up for it. Again, I just would rather had Nia get the title shot a little bit of a better way than just having to hand it to her by being bullied and whatnot, and not to lose it how many times. I don't know if it's 50 or 70. I got double check. I last I heard it was 50, but it's 70. What? Hey, Mike, Tien, Lauren, and Hassan. Let's end our night with say with me, sure, crispy, tangy, honey mustard barbecue flavor. Man, I miss saying that, but I feel like I can't say that too much because Enzo's gone now and whatnot. But I get some wings again. Well, there's some down in my refrigerator downstairs. I can go grab some right now. Or some Creamy, crunchy, soft, baked Zelina Vega ice cream flavor. Oh my goodness, Robbie, you really kill me now. Nia should earn it in a gauntlet match. She should have, but she earned it by being bullied. That's right. We can be bullied and we can get rewarded for it. But anyways, yes, getting back to it again, guys, keep the stuff in the live chat coming as always. So then, speaking of Braun, we have Braun make his entrance and to address his choice for a tag team partner. He soaks in the atmosphere for a moment and says last week he won the Battle Royal by himself. He carved a path of destruction, and now he's going to go to WrestleMania. But earlier tonight, he was told that he'd have to have a partner. Now he doesn't think he needs a partner, and as a matter of fact, he knows he can win the tag titles by himself. And then Sheamus and Cesaro come in, and oh yes, I was cracking up at this too. Sheamus is telling Braun he's out of his mind, and he thinks he can beat both of them by himself. If he thinks he can beat both of them by himself, he knows he won the Battle Royal by himself, but throwing opponents over the ring is completely different from defeating the greatest tag team in WWE history. But since tag teams are a little complicated for him, Cesaro will break it down. And here it goes. It took months and years to build chemistry for a tag team as successful as they are. You have to drive together, eat together, sleep together. I'm more cracked up at Braun's reactions. He's like, "What'd you say you guys have done? What have you two have done?" And everybody, look at the crowd, got into it. And then Sheamus like, "Oh, okay, Cesaro." And to make like we meant that we share a room together. And the upsides are trained. They don't care if they don't care if his tag team partner is Black Panther, Captain America, or Rick Sanchez. He doesn't stand a chance against him because they'll still be tag champions when they leave. They go into their catchphrases. We're not to set the bar. We are the bar. And Braun just tells them to shut up. And he asks if he thinks he's funny or tough, and pointing out that they've beaten every tag team on Raw, and he and his partner will be no different. That beating that Brock gave Roman tonight was nothing compared to what they're going to do to his team at WrestleMania. Which, yeah, again, definitely, because I thought that beatdown was weak. But Braun says they don't need to worry about Roman and Brock because they need to worry about his partner at WrestleMania, and the fact that Kurt told him he has a match against one of them right now also is a deal. So it ends up being Cesaro being in there to face Braun Strowman. This was a good short little match. Again, with Braun Strowman, the big monster among men, and then with Cesaro, the big the guy you just don't know what to expect out of him because he can do pretty much anything. Got some good offense in on Braun. I know Sheamus tried to interfere a few times, but Braun just ran him over like a freight train, like he did to Roman with the 18-wheeler last year after their match at Fastlane. But that was a good short match. Afterwards, Braun wins. He gets out there. All right, next. So we'll see what happens there, and we'll see. Here's my question to you guys. Do you think that they should reveal Braun's tag team partner now or at WrestleMania? I think maybe keep a surprise for WrestleMania. You never know who it could be. I mean, we don't know if it could be Elias, Samoa Joe. I even actually, a repackaged Bray Wyatt because based on what happened tonight. But we'll definitely see what happens. And then, of course, we had commentary hyping up for the Ultimate Deletion match. Speaking of which, we get a video of Matt Hardy inviting the WWE Universe into his home to meet his platoon, his beautiful wife, Queen Rebecca, King Maxwell, Lord Wolfgang. Says everything he does for them. He addresses the Vanguard One and tells him to scan the Hardy property nonstop for an invader, the consumer of terrorist and titles. He asked Senior Benjamin to prepare the battlefield for annihilation, and we pan out and go to break, of course. So just talking about for Ultimate Deletion. Let's see here. Let's go up here. Yes, Robbie is on a roll. Do you think the women these days wear too much makeup? Some do, but some really don't. I don't take too much of a notice of that. I've been around girls who wear way more thicker makeup than that, but possibly. I think top superstars are tired of their roles currently in WWE. Don't blame them at all. Oh, I agree. Definitely. We'll talk. I can share something about Sasha and Bailey also. Do you think Matt's wife will get signed to WWE? Not sure. It is possible. Rob said Dean Ambrose reaction after the money. Oh, Dean Ambrose's reaction after the Money in the Bank slime on Seth Rollins. Enough said. That's why it's my cover photo on Twitter, and it's also literally. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up here. It literally is the I have Ambrose's music on my phone. It's literally the album photo for Ambrose's theme music. Let's see here. Pull up. Where is it? Retaliation. I went many S and went way past it. Sorry about that, guys. Retaliate. Literally, look. That's that reaction from Ambrose. I laughed so hard that night. Thanks for bringing that up, Robbie. And again, it's also my cover photo on Twitter. Do you like the bar? Yes, definitely I do. And yes, I miss Dean Ambrose also. Lauren thinks we're going to get a surprise return for Dean at Mania. Maybe we could. If not, definitely back sometime this summer. Cesaro and Sheamus, yes, are definitely hilarious. They've come a long way as a tag team. At first, I wasn't too crazy about it because, again, I wanted to see, Cesaro get a singles push. And yes, kind of bothered me a little bit that they're kind of only together because Sheamus has spinal stenosis, apparently. But they're making it work. But I kind of do hope once they do drop the tag titles, they do move on to other things besides just the tag titles. You can keep them together and keep, Sheamus as, a heater for Cesaro or whatnot if he goes after, one of the mid-card or even the world champion. Ooh, another idea besides that pitch idea for Finn Balor and Seth Rollins feud. What about either Finn Balor or Seth Rollins and Cesaro feud? That could be pretty good money there. Yes, they are funny. I would like to see Samoa Joe be Strowman's partner in Mania. That would be cool. Lauren liked the bar as a team. Yes, I do too. Revealed at Mania. Why won't Daniel accept a match at Mania? Come on, Dan. One more match. Again, I think I heard a reason why, because I think the WWE is going to be limiting on him and what he's going to be doing. Not going to be allowed to take any big bumps or anything like that. I think if that's going to be the case, then why even have the match in the first place? Which I don't blame him. WWE is just going to give him just a crap fest to be in the match. Let's see here. Same TN coupon reveal what might prepare my battleground for Annihilation. Yes. Pay-per-view is not coming back this year, thank goodness. Pittsburgh was supposed to get that, actually, but then it got placed to Extreme Rules. Reveal Strowman's partner at Mania. Was Ronda on Raw tonight? No, she was not, but we did have a really good video package about her and her story. We're getting to WWE. We'll talk about that later. That was really good. I highly recommend checking that out. Ronda is the Brock of the women's division. It's kind of like that right now, but we'll see what happens later on down the line. I think the part-timer should be the partner should be revealed next week. That's fine if you think that way. Mike, did you see the women's signed plaque at WWE Shop? All 30 signatures on there, but $1,000. Dang. Braun's partner should be revealed next week. That's fine. Did Sasha and Bayley win tonight? No, they did not. We'll talk about that also. Ronda could be the female version of Brock. I mean, they could do that. I hope they don't completely do that. Did you hear Sasha versus Bayley may not happen at Mania? Oh, yes. We're going to talk about that. Dean's face, though, yes. Dean been out for how long? Since December he's been out. But I heard rumors he may not be back till July or August, I hear, which, yikes. But we could get him back sooner. We don't know. Cesaro versus Rollins versus Balor for a number contendership match for a Universal title after Mania. Nice. I read Jeff Hardy got arrested the other day. What's he doing? Come on, Jeff. He got arrested for I forgot, DUI or DWI, something like that. But I heard he's not going to be punished by WWE, so he should be okay from what I've heard. But yeah, that definitely concerned me knowing his past drug issues and such. But yep, we got all that there. But anyway, speaking of the tag team division, we got a match between the Revival and Titus Worldwide, which I'm like, okay, we're having this match. We already have an opponent for we already have people to face the Bar, but this was just the Revival winning. Not a bad match. Again, I like the Revival. I don't want to see them get treated like the Ascension because they're a heck of a lot better than the WWE are making them seem out to be right now. And I've just been worried since that segment at Raw 25 with them getting taken down by the Balor Club and DX. But they went in the Shatter Machine on Apollo, and they were interviewed afterwards, and they pretty much just announced that they're going to be the first two to announce their entrance into the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal at WrestleMania. So I'm like, all right, so we're getting both that, and now it's no longer the fabulous Moolah Battle Royale. Thank goodness. Yeah. So I think my friend thinks that the only reason why they didn't rename it something else, like a China Memorial Battle Royal or something like that, is because they probably don't have enough time to make the statue and whatnot now. So it's just we call it the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royale, even though we did have that Miss WrestleMania Battle Royal, WrestleMania 25. Don't want to talk about that. But yeah, they win, and then we had the Hall of Fame package for the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. Again, congratulations to Mark Henry again into the Hall of Fame. I think he is the last person to be announced to be inducted. I'm not sure though. But let's talk about the stuff with Bayley and Sasha. So Bayley and Sasha are supposed to be taking on Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose of Absolution. We've seen that match how many times now? Sasha said she was raised to talk things out face to face. So whatever's going on between them, she wants to fix this. And she understands that she hurt Bayley's feelings at the Chamber, but she has to understand that it was every woman for herself, and she wasn't trying to betray their friendship, just win the title just as she's going to win the Battle Royal at WrestleMania, which is official thing. They're going to be in the Battle Royale, which never really announced it like beforehand, but that's the case. She just went over everything that, Bayley has done to her recently, leaving her high and dry in matches and whatnot twice. She forgives Bayley for doing all that. Bayley just gets on the microphone and says that the night after the Elimination Chamber, she was angry and impulsive. She could have costed her the match, but she didn't. And the next week, she's helped her win, but took off when the match was over because she can't get over what Sasha did to her at Elimination Chamber, even though I'm thinking, okay, but this goes back even further before Elimination Chamber a little bit. It's not what she did, but it's how she did it. She gets it. Banks knows her better than everyone, and she knows Sasha does what she has to win, but she didn't like, the face she made after she did what she did at Chamber, the glare in her eyes and the smirk on her face, and it ate up Bayley big time. And she literally grabbed her hand, kicked her down the pod, and watched her fall smiling. She can't get that picture out of her head, and Banks is supposed to be her best friend, so why would she knock her down so easily like it meant nothing? Of course, Sasha didn't have time to respond because Absolution made their entrance out there, and Paige is saying sorry if they're trying to find some resolution, but it's time for a match, and her ladies are going to show these little girls how a real woman sells score. I mean, okay, we got a story there, Bayley and acting like how, most people would be concerned that, if something really has something they're not telling them. Bayley's acting like, okay, I know there was some tension before Elimination Chamber. I know it's a woman for herself, but, you seemed happy doing that to me and whatnot. You get concerned, when, you're dating somebody and they're acting different, you have this bad feeling that maybe there's something else more to than they're thinking. They really think about them and kind of concerns them. I think is what we're trying to have come across with Bayley here. So again, I'm wondering, is the turn going to happen during this match? It still could be either one. It could be Sasha. It could be Bayley. I still do not know. I did a poll on Twitter talking about asking, do you think the turn would happen before Mania or at Mania during the Battle Royale? And some similar to what happened with, The Miz and Mizdow pretty much at WrestleMania 31. Don't know the results. I have to look at them later. But we had the match, Absolution and Bayley and Sasha Banks. Wasn't a bad match. They, of course, Sasha and Bayley never asked for each other to be tagged in. Actually, a time where Sasha went over to be tagged in by Bayley. Bayley stood there and watched her. But they did tag each other in pretty much. And then Sasha got into a Mandy Rose towards the end of the match. She was still beating down, even though they weren't the legal ones. The referee was just trying to break them up. And then Bayley had Sonya Deville rolled up. And then it was definitely a 3 count, but of course it was just a roll up. Sonya could have probably kicked out of it. The ref goes over to do the count. So it's just the count. Sonya breaks out of the count. But then Bayley and Sasha start arguing with each other, you caused that distraction, whatnot, blah, blah, blah. But then Sonya comes from behind and just pushes them into each other. And there's some sickle getting, kick to Bayley's temple, knocking her out to get the win. So Absolution gets the win. Afterwards, you see this Bayley and Sasha look at each other. I'm like, okay, I'm not doing anything tonight. So again, it makes me wondering, what's going on here. Are they going to just turn them heel? I mean, we got answers like, what's going on here right now. Bailey's definitely concerned that, Sasha has something else up her sleeve, and she kind of did hurt her feelings, the way she kind of made it seem like she was willing to do what she did or whatnot. I don't like shame her again. It still sounded a little bit weird, but I still think, it's acceptable for the story. But I did hear a rumor. Apparently, Sasha and Bailey said something creative about the match that they're trying to build for them at WrestleMania, saying, whoever's supposed to be turning is definitely going on too slowly, which, yes, it's definitely true. It's happening, but also it's not going to be for a title match or whatnot. And, these are two women who literally had one of the best women's matches ever at TakeOver Brooklyn. And even also, TakeOver Respect with the Iron Woman match. They had that main evented the show. And they definitely just have trying to give their input on the creative what's going on here. And apparently they have heat for sticking up for themselves, which is the reason why they got put into the Battle Royale instead. Way to go, WWE. Once again, you can't take any criticism, so you just punish superstars who probably know better than you guys do. But what do we know? So yes, let's go there. Let's go back here. Let's see what we have here. Do you think SmackDown Live needs better writing? Absolutely. Get Road Dogg out of there. Yeah, it was a DUI. Xavier Woods is injured. Yeah, I heard about that. Bet it will be the Stephanie McMahon Battle Royal. Oh, gosh. Please don't call it the Stephanie McMahon Battle Royal. Sure about Xavier Woods and Paige sex tape with Maddox. WWE didn't punish them. Yeah, and of course they made that big fuss about Paige being involved because that was the time where Paige was in hot water. But again, not that I do, but people have sex these days. What's wrong with people having sex? That's their private life. People do porn and whatnot these days. I understand why they would have gotten in trouble for that as well. Happened last year though. Del Rio may return. I don't want Del Rio to come back again. I'm sorry. I've never been a fan of him. China, you deserve a Hall of Fame spot. Yes. Santina Marella. Lauren, I love you. You're my friend. Please don't remind me of Santina Marella. Favorite and least favorite year of WWE. Favorite year I'd say so far was probably, well, as a fan for me, 2014. Least favorite 2016. Both of those years were pretty good. I can't decide. Well, I think maybe 2014. I think I'll go with that. Least favorite year was 2015. Definitely, that was a crappy year so far. Hey, Mike, if I did my own Ultimate Deletion, I'd have you as Magic Mike, Gene as Notorious B.I. Gene, Dan as Dirty Dan, and Dana Brooke as Queen Dana, and all will be deleted. Who will come out on top, though? Lauren says, Sasha honestly had a point. Bailey is too sensitive. I mean, definitely, she does come across as that. Dana Brooke, face again. Yep, ever since she joined Titus Worldwide, which I don't care about Dana Brooke again. So Sasha on the Battle Royale and Mania, why? She deserves better. Oh, yeah. 2 women who were in a title match last year are in a Battle Royale this year. We're getting Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax, which could be fresh. But again, the storyline was intriguing, but just having Nia get handed a title shot for being bullied, and then you have people like Sasha and Bailey who put on a WrestleMania-worthy match in 2015, a match that I saw live because I was there that night. But yeah, unfortunately, yeah, they do deserve a lot better. I completely agree with that. The curse of the NXT call-up continues. I agree, TN Couponer. Lawrence says my favorite years were 04, 07, 08, 09, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 16 to 17. Hashtag please hire Robbie. So, Mike, you got anything you want to tell us? Not really this time, Robbie. Don't really have anything interesting to say, really. Lauren's least favorite years are 2003, 2014, 2015. Robbie says, like WrestleMania. Could do Sasha versus Bailey at Mania, and then we'll get title shot. Bailey could cheat to win and turn heel. Could be possibly. By the way, Robbie, I still want to push you, man. Make that video on that idea you had about the Bailey heel turn also on your channel. But yeah, that could work as well. Again, I'm fine with, even though I do personally think that Sasha's character is a lot more dead than Bailey's at this point, I feel, Sasha needs a heel turn more than Bayley. I would not be opposed to Bayley turning heel either, to be surprised either. So I'm for either one. But who's the writer for Raw? That is a good question. I'm actually not 100% sure. I only know about Road Dogg being head writer for SmackDown because that's always trending. Hey Bayley, drift away. Yes, because of the alliance that you're that you think could happen with her as a heel. But yes, Sasha versus Bayley Takeover was the best women's match in history. Just watching the highlights of it a few weeks ago again just gave me goosebumps. The emotion I remember feeling that night watching it. Again, I got to experience that live too. That was just unreal, an unreal match experience live. The emotions and everything was in there. If you have not seen that match, go back and watch it. I was hoping it was going to happen at last year's SummerSlam. But of course, the bad booking with Bayley, that kendo stick on a pole match because Bayley does not get extreme. That kind of dived me from saying, yeah, I don't want to see that match now at SummerSlam. But yeah, so keep going on, keeping the stuff in the live chat going, guys. So now let's get to this segment. It was John Cena asking for an answer from The Undertaker for his WrestleMania challenge. He said last week he put on a challenge to The Undertaker and gave him a choice, yes or no. And we're going to find The Undertaker's response tonight. He's been asking around that week. And then, of course, unfortunately, he says, I get nothing. Nobody, they got no answer at all for his challenge at WrestleMania. And he said the Taker has made a huge mistake. And Cena once again starts taking shots at Taker. He said he meant it. He'd be happy to go to WrestleMania as a fan, but for Undertaker to refuse to get off his ass and give him an answer is damn disrespectful, not just to Cena himself, but to the WWE Universe as well. To everyone who has stood up and cheered for Taker, and all of us over these years who fall and believe in the streak, to every beating heart that took an oversized Morgan and turned him into a god. Cena says, without us, there's no streak, no rest in peace, and there's no damn Taker for sure. So Taker, all these people have given you everything they have. You can't give them a yes or no. If you're retired, just say so. Because he's never officially said he was retired. Everyone understand, though, if you say you're retired. But if you're not retired, damn it, man. Say yes and give the world what they want to see. I'm kind of bringing out my inner Cena in there. But what do? You sit there and drown your own insecurity. Not the God they made you, but the man you allowed yourself to become. And that man, Taker, Undertaker's a coward. John Cena called Undertaker a coward. And he begged Taker to prove him wrong with any answer. He doesn't even need a yes or no. Do something about it. Just do anything. Throw a casket. Smoke. Lightning. Don't just sit there and do nothing. So Cena gets a do something chance. So he wants something from Taker. Something, okay, maybe Taker will come out here or as a motorcycle. There have been rumors that he's going to come out. There's rumors that Taker's going to wrestle as the American Badass at WrestleMania this year, which I'd be cool with since, he kind of retired the dead man gimmick last year. But instead, Kane's music hits. I'm like, oh, Kane's back. Okay, maybe he'll give us an answer or whatnot. So Cena gets excited, and he asks him if he was sent by his brother to give us a response, and he asks Kane if it's the answer yes or no, holds the mic. But Kane responds with a choke slam to Cena, and he just walks out. And then later on, we advertise that next week we'll get John Cena versus Kane, which I would rather see that match on Raw because I don't want to see that match at Mania. So hopefully it'll lead to something regarding the story with Cena and Undertaker at WrestleMania, which makes me wonder now if they are still going to do the American Badass thing. Because I feel like with Kane kind of somewhat coming out to stand up for Taker, I'm like, okay, American Badass Taker and Kane weren't, a thing. Now, Kane and Deadman Undertaker were things. So I'm kind of wondering now which direction you're going to go. Is it going to be Deadman or is it going to be American Badass? I don't know. I prefer American Badass just because I feel like if it was just the Deadman again, well, again, you could go with Deadman at this point because to prove that, he's still got one more match left in him and whatnot. But, yeah, another problem with Cena taking shots at Taker and calling him a coward. I'm like, you're just taking the shots there right now. Oh, okay. I had a text from my uncle. Awesome. But anyways, let's see here. Let's see what's in the live chat. Going here. When was Road Dogg hired as writer for SmackDown Live? literally right after last year's superstar shakeup. It was Ryan Ward before. Why can't WWE give us NXT matches like they did years ago? No idea. I have no idea. Cena gets the fans pumped. He definitely does. If Cena versus Taker happens, and man, they should use the biker gimmick. Yes, definitely. As I keep saying, because I feel like they were tired of the dead man gimmick last year. Cena taking no shit and shit that could be happening. Do you want Cena versus Taker at Mania? Again, I would ask for two things if you do Cena versus Taker. One, a story. We got that. But two, the only thing that I just get concerned about is Taker healthy enough for this match. Because again, I have heard rumors that last year he did have to inject himself with painkillers. So my thing is, if the man thinks he's healthy enough to do it, awesome. I just don't want to see Taker, look like he's suffering out there. But if he thinks he can do it, I'm fine with it. We got a story here. I want to see what happens. I want to see the match. I don't expect it to completely tear the house down, but I'm looking forward to seeing the match. That's what I got to say now about that. She's looking forward to it. Awesome. But should have happened years ago, to be honest. Definitely. Kane could have been a distraction to the Cena and Taker match. Maybe. And yes, Kane and Cena makes no sense at Mania, definitely. I'm glad to do it next week on Raw. So was Kane heel or face? Probably heel. And yes, the superstar shakeup screwed SmackDown. Well, they could have, if Ryan Ward was still around, they could have built up stars on SmackDown. But nope, had to give it to Road Dogg, and don't know what the heck happened to Ryan Ward. Just didn't give him so much power. Badass biker was awesome. Rumors are he's returning to face Cena again. With what happened last year, it would make sense. It would make sense to have that since Cena. Since Taker was retired as a dead man last year, left his in-ring gear, so I would like to see him back as the American Badass. Even though we did see that apparently years ago, because Cena and Taker did feud like back when John Cena was Doctor of Thugonomics. But we'll see what we get. Robbie said, why is Absolute still coming out to Paige's music? I definitely agree. They need their own music. Lauren said my thoughts exactly. TN Couponer. Yep. But yeah, they got screwed up big time. But yeah. Hashtag Fire Road Dogg once again, guys. Getting back to the review. We had to recap the opening segment again, and they inform us that Roman is under observation at a local medical facility. Again, why? That was not that bad of a beatdown and will not be released tonight. They hyped up Ronda Rousey, Ultimate Deletion. And then the Miz and Miztourage come out, make their entrance, and Miz is in the ring kind of promo. He says it's 3 weeks away from Mania, and he gets no respect. And he's just typical Miz. He's nowhere to be found on posters, on the WrestleMania posters as well. He can't even get on a WrestleMania magazine. He mentions all the people who are on there, and also all these people who are getting stuck in singles matches like Brock Lesnar and AJ Styles for their championship, and he gets stuck in a triple threat match. And what irks him most? Am I the bad guy? He literally asked that, and the crowd's chanting, yes. And again, he's upset about the lack of respect. He says just because you buy action figures of Finn Balor and Seth Rollins, that makes them the heroes. Last week, he exposed both men for liars, but beneath the fake smiles shows of respect, they hate each other, and all it took was a brief nudge to get them to blows. And at WrestleMania, that brief nudge will turn into a shove for Tyler Black and Prince Devitt as they get sent back to the bingo halls, literally calling them by their indie names. And if Miz can't get our respect, he'll take it when he emerges from WrestleMania as the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time. And then we have the Balor Club making their way out as they're going to have a match against them. And Seth Rollins came out also to be put on commentary. So it was a 6-man tag match. Wasn't a bad match. Felt a little bit long though, especially with the Miztourage and Gallows and Anderson, which again, they all have potential, but not being booked the strongest. So match wasn't too bad. The Miz though lost after he rolled up. After Balor rolled him up afterwards, they go do an assault on him. Gallows and Anderson trying to get back in. Unfortunately, they didn't succeed as the Miztourage pushed him out. So finally, Rollins gets up, goes down there, and he helps Balor get out of his mess, hitting Miz with the curb stomp. And then afterwards, they look at each other, and Balor's like, there. I think Rollins like, there. I owe you one. You owe me one next time, or something like that. So again, I'm looking forward to triple threat match again. I think either this or the Cruiserweight title match should open up WrestleMania, the main show that is, not the stupid kickoff show. But so yeah, that was what it was. Wasn't bad, but nothing really too spectacular. Then we get the video package about Ronda Rousey's training and how she felt like really down and whatnot after her last match with UFC, and she felt like she just lost step whatnot in her journey to get to WWE, and how excited she's to be here and whatnot, all that blah blah blah. So I mean, it doesn't have all the information here. I can't remember all of it, but I do recommend going back and watching. It was a really good interview segment with Ronda Rousey, getting to know her better as well. Again, hopefully they don't make her the next Brock Lesnar, but it's already looking like that. Let's see here, live chat. Let's see here. Robbie says, by the way, Mike, I'll still make that Bailey heel turn video. I also have a special fantasy warfare Facebook video for a potential match that not even you would expect. Robbie, book that shit. I cannot wait to hear that idea. T-Core said, Robbie, if Paige can't wrestle anymore, she could manage Absolution, but add 2 more members. Maybe they could, but just come out already and say what's going to happen with Paige. Like, why is it taking him so long? Was Taker ever heel? I think he was at some point earlier. And yes, The Miz does deserve a Universal title run this year after Mania. Yes. Cena could return to the Thugonomics gimmick. I'd be all for that, sure. Agreed. Agree. Robbie, sorry, we're not. Lauren's gonna give Raw a seat tonight. That's fine, and she's gonna go to bed. She has to work tomorrow. Great review as always. See you for SmackDown Live. Definitely, Lauren. Have a good night. Have a good day at work tomorrow. My Instagram is Lauren Marie Hutton. I think I tried following you on both, Lauren. I don't know if you got my requests at all. So if you got them, just follow me back. I requested to follow you on both of them. But yeah, definitely. But yes, thank you for tuning in, Lauren. Good night, and go work tomorrow, and I'll see you tomorrow for SmackDown. But still going on here at this review, we have this one more match to talk about. The final deletion match. Again, I said at the beginning of this review, when it comes to this, I have not seen a heck of a lot of Matt Hardy's material from TNA. I've seen some, but not a lot. So it was tough for me to, compare this to the stuff he's done before WWE. He brought this gimmick to WWE. So, watching this match, I definitely thought it was different. A heck of a lot better than House of Horrors. Mainly because of the continuity issues. As Robbie mentioned this from being there live last year for Payback. They wrestled in a dark house at night. And they came to Raw while it's light out. And then they weren't really, selling much of anything when they came in. They continued the match at Raw. So yeah, this definitely was better. It was definitely different, with, I forgot what they call the drone flying around and all this sort of stuff. My favorite part was definitely when they were in like that deletion doom or whatever heck they call that one shed, and Matt Hardy goes looking over, he's like, "Ooh, chair on wheels or mower lawns? Chair on wheels, mower lawns." And then he gets on the lawnmower, and the music starts playing, which is fit perfectly. He's like moving, so he's like, and then Bray Wyatt does this little spider pose, and that stops him going even further. They fight around that little graveyard and whatnot, and a few other places. I mean, it was good. I was entertained by it, but I definitely agree. I expected something a little bit more spookier than this. Eventually, we see Senior Benjamin and Jeff Hardy, brother Nero, make an appearance as Bray Wyatt flips over the boat and finds a globe, and starts saying he's got the whole world in his hands, which causes a distraction for Matt Hardy to hit the twist of fate. 1, 2, 3. Bray Wyatt loses another feud once again, and then he gets pushed into the lake of reincarnation as he's been deleted. And then Hardy would then ask Senior Benjamin to check the lake to see if Matt I mean, if Bray's carcass is there and can be found, he's like, good. He's been delete, delete, deleted, and he keeps going delete, delete as the show comes to an end. There was also a part in the match also where Hardy was like, "Does this look familiar, Bray?" And it gave Bray those mind games thinking back to when his compound got burned down. Also, but again, for the final deletion match, again, I enjoyed it. I know a lot of fans didn't, which I understand. But again, like for me, seeing like this material for the first time, I thought it was enjoyable. But I would give it, if I could get grade, I'd say maybe like a C+ or a B-. I'd say for it. I definitely expected it to be a little bit more spooky, but for what it was, I was still happy with it and whatnot. But yeah, that's definitely it for Raw. Let's go to the live chat. See what it says. Lauren says name on both. Type in description. Let me type it in really quick. Twitter. And then I always forget my Instagram name. I'm sorry about this. Okay, that in there. But yeah, type in the description. Sweet dreams again. Sweet dreams as well, Lauren. My TNA Final Deletion is on YouTube. What does Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy do for Mania? I don't know if they're gonna put Matt Hardy in the Andre the Giant. I mean, Bray. I mean, if with him being thrown in the lake, I'm like, did Bray Wyatt like die or something? Like, is the Bray Wyatt gimmick over? My thing is Bray Wyatt now needs to at least come back, change some way if he does come back. Don't bring back his Husky Harris though. Please don't bring back his Husky Harris or something. But that's why I suggest the idea of what if Bray Wyatt returned repackaged or even as a babyface and he teamed up with Braun Strowman at WrestleMania or something like that. I don't know, but they definitely have to do something different. I mean, I don't know who would be the next person to enter the Hardy compound, but it definitely also at least gave me a little more interest in Matt Hardy's character as well, I'd say. So I give them that at least I think helped Matt Hardy in some ways. This because again the Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy feud is just dragging and dragging and dragging, and I think the problem was, I mean, at the time, yes, both of them needed something to do, but I feel like, I think that they may have started this feud a little too early, in my opinion. I felt. I mean, yes, we probably been asking for months. When are they going to finally give Matt the Woken gimmick or the broken gimmick and whatnot? They finally do it, but I feel like the feud definitely dragged on too long. But yeah, Matt will probably be in the Andre the Giants. Maybe Bray, either Bray repackaged the Honor or even Bray even as Braun's tag team partner. I mean, they could, again, it could be Elias, could be Samoa Joe, but I'd say a third option for me would be Bray Wyatt. Repackaged, turned face. At this point, just turn Bray face. What is there left to do as a heel? He has not succeeded as a heel because the WWE, well, he could have if he would have beaten John Cena at WrestleMania 30, but that's another long story. Still give credit. That was a good match, though. Very good match by those two. But yeah, let me see here. Robbie says they could have saved Ultimate Deletion for Mania, but no, WWE had to book Bray versus Matt for the 1,000th time because, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I feel like it may have, the way it went down, like, yeah, it probably could have been more for like a Raw match, but I mean, with how it was, I mean, if it was for Mania, it definitely could have been a little bit more creepier if it definitely was a match for Mania. Imagine Taker entering the Hardy compound. Robbie, you're a freaking genius. Why isn't WWE sign you? Seriously, man, you're a genius. You're a genius, Robbie. That's why I like you. Of course, Tia Coupon, Lauren, and Hassan, and everybody else in the live chat are geniuses also. So give them the credit as well. But yeah, if anybody else doesn't have any questions for me in the live chat, I think we'll wrap this up. I've been talking for a long time. Wow, that's no problem at all. But yeah, let's give him just a couple more minutes. If anybody has any questions in the live chat, let's go to the polls really quick. What grade would you give tonight's episode of Raw? Hassan and Lauren both told me they gave it a C. 24 votes. And a lot of people said A. 67% said A, 13% said B, 8% said C, and 12% said D. Now, despite the fact that I did have a couple little rants, like, the stretcher in the whole Roman and Brock beatdown, that was weird. Nia just getting handed an opportunity, she's being bullied. There's a couple other little things I nitpicked at, but overall, I mean, nothing was really, that like big time standout on Raw tonight. But I still felt it was still, a solid show. I was going to go with the C+ at first, but I gave it a B- because still a strong episode. Wasn't as strong as, the past couple weeks, but I'll still give it a B-. That's my grade for Raw this week. A B-. Tina Kumar says, Robbie, awesome idea. Just picture this, Mike. Matt looks for Taker in Root Reincarnation, and Taker grabs him by the throat and drags him in the... Dang! Robbie, that's awesome, man. Seriously, I love that. Everybody have a great night. Deleted! Oh, man. I want to see that now. Oh, man. I even more badly want Robbie to be writing for the WWE now. Guys, seriously, please get this hashtag trending. Deluxeman got hashtag Fire Road Dog trending. Please get the hashtag Please Sign Robbie trending on YouTube. And I mean, on Twitter. And tag Robbie in the post. Post any of his videos. Seriously. Again, I'm not just saying because Robbie is my friend. Seriously. This guy is genius. He's a genius, guys. That's why I like him. Seriously. Hashtag Please Sign Robbie on Twitter. Nice, Robbie. I smell another video idea. Yes, take care, everybody. Good night, TN Couponer. And I think with that, I'm going to definitely check out of here as well, guys. I'll be back up here live tomorrow night, as always, for my SmackDown Live review. So hopefully we get a good show tomorrow. Again, thank you to TN Couponer, Robbie, Hassan, and Lauren, and anybody else who was in this live chat that I forgot about, for always tuning in for this live review. I'm going to get head to bed also. I got a lot of work to do this week also. But as always, if you're watching this review afterwards, please make sure to leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. What grade would you give this review and any of the other stuff I asked about for your thoughts and opinions on as well? In the comment section below. I can't think now because it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. Leave your grade, your thoughts on Raw, and be sure to always click my like and subscribe for more content coming to this channel, and follow me on Twitter as well at DemandAirBoy93. Again, also just a couple other odds and ends I did this past week. Also, I wanted to definitely recommend checking out is the music video I made to the song Legends Never Die. That was just me taking out my GoPro to test out before I worked my gig on Saturday, and I thought it came out pretty darn good again. I wanted to continue to, also bring some of my more professional tools to the table and show, what I'm really made of as a videographer as well. So I've got other ideas of things I might want to do for special videos. I'll definitely, keep you guys posted on that as well. But yeah, SmackDown Live review tomorrow night, NXT review Wednesday night, episode 29, Road to WrestleMania later this week as well. Maybe a special live stream this week. I don't work this weekend, so maybe a special live stream. Last week I just got busy with a lot of like meetings and stuff, getting ready for my first gig of the year. So that's why I didn't do a special live stream this past week. But I'll definitely try to do one again this week. So guys, once again, to Robbie. Robbie says, Mike, real quick if possible. Picture Matt being dragged into the river, and after a few seconds, gong shows over. That's a hook. That is what you call a hook. That'll make you thinking, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? That is a great ending to an episode of Raw or SmackDown, or even like a B-show pay-per-view or something like that. Definitely. But yeah, again, Robbie, TN Couponer, Lauren, Hassan, thank you guys again for tuning in for this live review. I'll get back here live on 10:30 tomorrow night for my SmackDown live review. And yeah, so Bray Wyatt's been officially deleted, and this broadcast is about to be terminated. So guys, thank you again for tuning in. I'm signing out now. Until tomorrow night. Well, actually, later on tonight, since it's 1 o'clock in the morning now, unless if you live on the West Coast or whatnot. So until 10:30 p.m. on March 20th, 2018, peace out.